So was it wrong if people cried at was laughing at the man Tyrese for going on social media and crying like a little bee? Were they? Were they wrong for that? 50 Cent went in on this guy, right? Michael Blackson flamed him up. He said, man, we need to trade you to Team Lightskin or something. You heard Michael Blackson, right? 50 Cent. A whole lot of people did. But yet, there were some man defenders out here wearing a man cape for a whole nother man on here on YouTube who would say you're dead wrong for laughing at the man Tyrese. Now look, man, I don't care nothing about these celebrities, and that's not why I'm making this video. If I laughed, I laughed. So what? Sue me. But apparently this guy who was there on social media crying, in my opinion, because he's an attention whore and he's irrelevant, and the man wants to be seen and heard. He was crying over his daughter right here, as you see. You know, this guy's been going through legal custody battles in court over his daughter with his ex-wife. He ain't the first one. He ain't the first man, and he won't be the last. You know what I mean? Now, apparently he wants visitation time with his daughter, and he had opportunities to, according to this article. And I'm going to throw the links in the description box. And Tyrese, don't you know he had better things to do than hang out with his little daughter that he was here on social media crying for? According to the article, he had 2 times he had a chance to, on a weekend, to be with his daughter. The man wasn't there. He never showed up. Then, what broke the camel's back, the straw that broke the camel's back was he had a chance again to be with his daughter, but the man was in Abu Dhabi at a Formula One racing. And how was he found? He was found on his Instagram, where he says something to the effect like, man, he had to get away. He had to get out of America, get away from all the crazy blogs. This is the same guy who had a kind of, you know how them Goodyear blimps be up in the sky and stuff? He had them kind of flyers with the airplane flying by, talk right over his daughter's school saying, no matter what, Shayla, Daddy loves you. That's the name of his daughter. So if that's the case, then why weren't you there for her when you had an opportunity to? You're on social media crying. Oh, man, I even forgot how this man was here fronting, talking about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett gave the man $5 million. The man there on his on whatever social media platform. You can see it here on YouTube, man. I'm going to throw the links to that in the description, too, where he's talking about he's waiting on Jada and Will to wire him that $5 million. Like, who just gives another grown man, a man who's supposedly a millionaire, an actor, a singer, a man who's in Hollywood, a man based and from California, from Hollywood, who just gives this grown man $5 million like Will Smith and Jada Pinkett don't have their own family to take care of? Why they got to take care of another grown man? When I heard they supposedly, allegedly gave this man Tyrese $5 million. Hey, man, I was like, damn, these people must have a lot of money to throw around. I think there's probably something better you could do with it. But, hey, I'm not counting their pockets. Hence the reason I ain't even make a video about these type of things. But right now I got to go in on the man Tyrese, because there was some man defenders out here with their cape on for another man. Not even no simps or Captain Saber hoes. These fellas was simping for this man right here, Tyrese. And I'm not going to bring him no colorism thing, team light-skinned and these dark. No, no, no. I don't care if he was purple, man, or pink, or yellow. Fellas was on here defending, saying people are dead wrong, and they have no empathy and feelings when they were laughing at Tyrese for that social media video he put out, where he was crying, I just want my baby. Man, dogs, now I'm not saying you cannot cry for your daughter or, you know, going through legal custody battles and, you know, it hurts you, but you ain't got to put everything out on social media. You check it. People out here talking about, look at Michael Blackson and 50 Cent. They're irrelevant. That's why they're going in on Tyrese. Man, don't stop that. That's what we're not going to do. That's what we're not going to do, you heard? That's what we're not going to do. First of all, okay, Michael Blackson, man, them fellas a comedian. Them fellas tours year round, you know what I mean? Them fellas is living life. You check it, just running his mouthpiece. So stop that, you know what I mean? I'm not hip to what movies he's done. You know, I'm not hip to that, but I do know the man is always on the Breakfast Club every time he comes to New York, because he does a worldwide tour, you know what I mean? Go check his Instagram or his, a nationwide tour. Check his Instagram or Twitter, you know what I mean? Fellas like 50 Cent. 50 Cent, of course, got TV shows on BET. 50 Cent is 50 Cent, man. He's still moving and shaking. Of course, you can't forget about Power. So people who saying that 50 and Michael Blackson were irrelevant, that's why they going in on Tyrese. No, they feel the same way I did. Son is a clown for jumping on social media crying like that and putting it all out there for people to feel sorry for him so he can get likes. And this social media era, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, what are y'all fake outraged about today? You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to know, because this guy Tyrese right here, man, he set people back. He set us back a whole way, man. This guy right here, I lost respect for him. You know what I mean? Them fellas was the one who was actually irrelevant because he thought teaming up with fellas like Genuine looked like a gnome, like he's a pipehead. He's teaming up with him thinking they're going to drop some good music. You out of your mind? That's how you know, man, these guys are irrelevant. You know what I mean? And the man has the nerve to front like Will Smith and Jada gave him $5 million. From where? Like they don't have kids of their own, or their kids, or family, or just leaving that $5 million, they could invest that and turn that into 10, 20 million. Stop, Tyrese, man. Man, I could go in on you. If I could, I would, man. But you know, these days YouTube, it got a lot of restrictions and trying to demonetize fellas' papes on here on YouTube. So I'm not even going to say what I want to, man. But B Marsh Boxing, man, leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know what you think about this clown Tyrese. One.